Hey guys, Hirushandm here, and I am super excited to let you guys know that my Justice League video just passed 100,000 views, and I am super thankful for you guys for supporting my work and basically, sharing it and commenting on it and giving me so much of positive feedback on my work. So I am super thankful for that. So in celebration of that, I thought of putting up a small video, giving you guys an update as to how things have been post this video, and or rather the Justice League video, not this one. um, and Also for those of you who are interested in knowing how this track came together, because I've got a few questions from quite a few people, and um, so I basically thought like it would be nice to kind of break it down for you guys who are interested in knowing how this thing came together. And basically I'll just do a small overview video of the entire track and just dissect it and show each section as to what it's doing. Yeah, that's one main thing that I wanted to do in this video. And also, before I get into that, for those of you, again, if you are interested in knowing how things are going, like I said, things have been amazing, guys. All thanks to you, because since this video reached quite an audience, rather, um, it has also presented some very interesting opportunities for me. So again, thanks to you guys. So I hope you guys keep on, supporting me and my work, basically. And So yeah, two projects which I can kind of mention, so that you guys can look forward to it. I can't tell you what they are, but one will be actually released quite soon. I don't know exactly the time frame of the release, but basically it's superhero related. I'm sure you guys will find it interesting once it does come out. So yeah, super excited about that, and I'm waiting to see what the reaction is from my followers and the people who are interested in my work. I just want to see what they think about it, because damn, I want to talk about it, but I can't. uh, Anyway, so that is coming up. So look forward to it. I will post the track on my YouTube channel once it does come out. That, and the second one is very interesting, because I have got an opportunity to work with a director from England, a British guy who's offered to, hire me for his film. Although it's a fan film. So again, you guys who are like into superhero stuff and all that, will be interested to see what it is. Again, I can't mention what the project is, but I can tell you it's super interesting. And I am, I don't know, I can't thank you guys enough for all the support that you guys have given me. If it wasn't for y'all, like, I wouldn't have been able to reach out to these people and get these opportunities. So thank you so much again for all the support. So that project will take some time, because we're still working on it. Of course, they've shown, or rather, the director has been very supportive, and he's super happy with the work that I've given him so far. So I will update you guys more on it as things progress. I will talk about it in my future videos as well. So I'll put in a bit of details on each and every video that I put out. So yeah, super excited about that. And I am also writing for trailer music right now. So that, of course, I've been working since last year, basically since the time I started working full time on music. Um, so finally, that has also I've managed to get 3 of my tracks in an upcoming album for a production company, or rather a publisher called Revolt Production Music, which I'm super excited about. So that is another, and then there are quite a few other projects that are happening and are basically some are in the pipeline. So I am quite busy right now, so which is good. I'm happy about that. So hopefully more opportunities come my way, and hopefully I can share more work with you guys. So anyway, enough of all that. So for those of you who are interested in seeing how the track was made, let's get into that now. So what I'll do is basically, so this is the entire track basically. Okay, so if any of you haven't heard this, I am going to play through the entire track once, and then I will try to break each section and show you guys what exactly is going on. So let's just first listen to the track, and then we'll get into breaking it down, right? So that is the track. What I'll do is now I'll basically take kind of each section of the track, because first part it's kind of building up, and then it goes into the theme, and then there's like a middle section, the villain's theme, or I don't know, yeah, whatever. And then kind of an emotional part in the middle here, and then again the final bit and stuff like that. So I'll just go through each section, I think. Yeah, so the first section basically, so in terms of strings, this is what's going on. Fairly simple stuff. So yeah, that's basically the first bit. Brass and stuff, it's not doing much at this point. They're just basically coming into the main section. Not the main section, but the pre-chorus or pre-theme part. So this is what the brass section is doing there. That is that. Then the synths are doing, so synths are not doing much, so what I'll do is I'll just combine them with the percussion, and the rest of the, like, I have some low booms kind of stuff going on just to give that extra bit of weight to certain points. So that's what this sounds like. It's all just simple stuff that I just made on Zebra. By the way, it sounds crap by itself, because you might actually notice some mistakes and stuff like that here and there. But you know, the whole idea is to have the track sounding good, as one cohesive track. Like, because no one's gonna listen to this stuff in isolation, so you need to make sure the entire mix as a whole sounds really good. So sometimes even these brass stuff on their own sounds crap, like it sounds weird sometimes, but it works in context of the track. So that's something important to know, because I don't know if any of you guys know that, but it's always, yes, you need to pay attention to the individual tracks as well, but always look at the bigger picture. So to make sure that you kind of get the entire track sounding as good as possible, rather than it's also a mixing kind of, not a principle, I would say, but because they always all the professionals, like, would say, you know, don't EQ or do any stuff in isolation, because yes, it might sound good when you do it there, but then in terms of the entire track, does it sound good when it's together with everything else? So yeah, so just don't mind the weird sounding stuff when it's playing in isolation. So basically that section is that, and then let's oh, by the way, there are like small piano stuff here and there, just kind of like stabs, low stabs basically. So this section, where does the theme come in though? Okay, cool. So I'll take this entire section here. Yeah, so this entire section sounds like this on the strings. So yeah, that's that part where the theme and stuff come in. I love how this part sounds. I'm super happy about that section, how it turned out. So yeah, that's basically the strings, and then the brass section would be doing this. So that is that. The synths are doing boring shit. Oh my god, what the hell was that? Sounds kind of off time also. I warned you, it sounds horrible in isolation. It's just a basic, just the same thing, man. So, percussion, choir. Oh well, the choir. Okay, let's play all this stuff together. Then it makes sense, I guess. Oh my god. Winds. Okay, this should ideally be starting here on that syllable. Anyway, yeah, so that's what that section sounds like. So in its full force. Oh, by the way, didn't I show this part though? Uh, you might have heard a nice harp glissando or like a run kind of thing going on. So that's this. Ooh, nice. Uh, actually, these are all factory contact stuff, which I use mainly because I don't have the cash to buy any good stuff. So most of my percussion, if you guys are interested, cymbals, again, contact stuff, not fancy at all. Then you get some heaviosity stuff. Woodwinds are from Cine Symphony Light, as you can see. Okay, these are some custom stuff. Like, well, they're not custom, but I kind of got them into contact and kind of mapped them out, so it's easy for me. What's this? Oh yeah, this is Apocalypse, the micro. So it's actually nothing much. Then why is percussion low? Okay, just ignore the naming and stuff on this because it's all a bit of a mess, I guess. So the timpanis that I use are from Cine Symphony Light. Oh my god, what a fail. So yeah, done a bit of EQ here and there, some multiband compression going on just to keep the low stuff at bay, because it has a weird ringing noise. I don't know, it was annoying. So anyway, that was that section. Sorry, I'm a little slow on moving forward with this track. Okay, so this section is right before the villain's theme, kind of, or the dark aspect of the track comes in. So that on strings sounds like this. Let me drag it here. So that is that. Oh no, what did I do? And the brass section sounds like this. That was meaty. I love that low. Whoa. Anyway, that is that. I'm gonna combine the synths, percussion, and choir. Yeah. So let's check this part out. That's a bass drop. um, so yeah, it's like, see, these are the harps. All dreamy. So yeah, that is basically the entire section. And you got a little whoa going on here. Oh. So yeah. So the next section is basically the dark section of the track, which on the video you see Steppenwolf drop down from the boom tube. So yeah, this is that section. I'll show you what the strings are doing there. Oh, by the way, pianos are all over the place, but all of them are just doing like kind of stabs just to kind of accent those places. You'll notice it when you hear the string sections and stuff like that. So basically, this is what the string section does there. So if I add the piano in, so very, very simple. They're basically doing the same thing. You might have noticed I go quite crazy with my string shorts. Have a bit of a thing for it. So that's what the strings are doing. Let's see what the brass section does. So fairly simple. Nothing much. Synths and percussion plus choir and other audio stuff. This oh yeah, I've wait, what, isn't it this one? Basically what I want to show you guys is you might have noticed one of the drums was just panning from one side to another. I think it was this one. Yeah, it is that one. But I can't remember how do you oh. So yeah. So yeah, just little tiny bits of little tricks I do just to keep it interesting. I could have not done it, but in context of the entire section there, you'll hear it, like it kind of plays a nice kind of fills out the room, I guess. So yeah, I just decided to keep it. Okay, so that is that. This is the very melodic and calm section where we see, or rather, in the video you see the whole, world without hope, and Superman has passed away and stuff like that, and then he appears in front of Alfred. We didn't get to see that part in the movie though. If you know what I'm talking about. How unfortunate. Anyway, but I'm sure it was Superman who comes in front of Alfred, and Alfred goes all, "Whoa, it's Superman." So yeah, for that section, this is what basically I did, and the strings sound like this. Fairly simple stuff, but I like how the harmonies really work together in this. So the trick is kind of have slight movements on each section, depending on how you want it to be voiced, I guess. Because obviously you don't want the entire section doing the same thing, so keep it interesting. Although you might see like it's quite a gap here, but the brass kind of fills it out. But actually the brass is not doing much. It's just simple stuff, but it nicely fills up the space. So that's the strings. The hell is that? Sorry. Yeah. So the brass section is doing this. Wait for it. Yeah, hold on, I just noticed something. Why is that part not playing? What is this? What on earth is that? Okay, Anyway, so that's what the raw section is doing. Sorry guys, I'm noticing some weird stuff. This is after a long time that I'm opening up this project, so I can't even remember what I did on certain places. Percussion, blah, 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 the choir. Oh, there's some piano stuff going on. So yeah, that's what those guys are doing there. There's a nice piano that I. Oh my god, the latency. Uh, um, so yeah, it's a very spacious. There's a spider on the keyboard. um, Very spacious kind of piano. So I just wanted it to nicely fill the space. Um, it's very nice. So. A little interstellar. So yeah, it's for the if you're interested in it, it's just the grandeur piano. I've done some bit of EQ. I've actually added its own reverb that it has, the Taj Mahal one. It's huge. Apart from that, I've added some Valhalla vintage verb to it. 4.9. It might, I don't know, it might sound a little muddy, kind of. Actually, no, it doesn't. Since I'm just playing one note on a high octave. But when you play it on lower, listen, like, sounds very muddy. So anyway, so yeah, that's one important thing to kind of pay attention to. You need to really think about kind of where you put your stuff. Basically, you can't just go on putting reverb and all sorts of shit at the same place. So you really need to think about the arrangement. This is something that I learned, and I was also kind of told by a fellow composer who, like, I kept on asking him, how do you get your mixes to sound like that? And then what he said was like, before the mixing, it's more or less how the arrangement works, and then you go into mixing, and then basically if your mix is good, you don't need to do anything on your mastering and stuff like that, which is also something that you need to keep in mind, because I don't know, but when I started off, I thought mastering was the stage where you go and correct shit which sound bad, and you know, I did not understand mastering at all. I still don't. But now I kind of know what the purpose is in mastering, and it's all to do with the mix and how the arrangement works. So then you don't have to do anything later on. So keep that in mind, and we will go to the final section, which is this. Oh my god, my ears are hurting. Yeah. So this is the final section, which again, the string section is not doing much apart from this last bit which you'll hear, which came out pretty well. It's basically the first bit again. Interesting. If you guys noticed, there's no low shorts going on here. That is because okay, one thing you need to keep in mind, one little tip, yes, we are working with virtual instruments and stuff. You can just basically do whatever you want. You don't need to kind of really think about, oh my god, can a actual cellist or a bass player, can they play this? But it's sometimes also good to kind of think about the arrangement in a bit of a realistic way. So basically what I've done is I've basically taken out the basses here, and they go on to do the sustained legatos here. So that's why you like, because that section kind of leads into the final bit of the climax. So I didn't want this section to be too muddy, because the brass section is already playing low chords and stuff. Well, not chords, but it's arranged in a certain way. So yeah, let's get to the brass soon. So this is what the brass section is doing. Sounds pretty good. Okay, and then the synths and the percussion and the choir. It's more or less the same stuff, guys. So I've just recycled them but changed a few things. Those woodwinds sounded so funny. Like, oh my god. Oh, that was that was weird. But anyway, so yeah, the final section in its entire form. So that's basically it, guys. That's how the entire Justice League track came together. It took me a while, because honestly, like, okay, up until this section. So that's like the dark section, right? Up until this part of the track, I never had an idea of doing a video for it. So I was just blindly just going with whatever I was feeling, and and then I kind of just tested it out. I just cut a few videos into places, and I just checked it out whether it would work, and it surprisingly fit really well, and I thought it would be interesting to do something like that. So then from that point onwards, I decided, okay, I need like a baddie section, for the bad guy part, and also to make the video have a bit of sense in it, rather than just dumping in visuals on a random track that's going on. So more or less from here to the end was kind of thought of. Like I kind of planned it out. I wanted the bad section going to this very light section where it'll pick up again, and basically I'll bring back the theme again at this point. So, one more thing before I wrap up. What you see here is actually a part that was supposed to be included after this. Oh, sorry. Wrong section. Which is the original theme, Justice League theme from the animated series. But instead I opted to do something totally different. Although I did try it out at the start and it was not working for me. Mind you, it sounds horrible here, so... It doesn't work. So instead of that, I just opted to just use the first bit of the main theme and then the entire track, the rest of it, to just go with what I felt was right and make it work. So yeah, that is the entire track, and hope you guys stayed through the entire thing. Hope you learned something or picked up something. I don't know. I can't dive into detail and talk about it too much because I'll probably stay here for hours explaining things. But basically just an overview as to how the track sounds in isolation when you break it down into sections. So yeah, that's about it. And again, thank you all of you for supporting me and making this video at least for me like quite a success. Like 100,000 views is not too shabby. So thank you so much again, guys, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully soon. So stay tuned for some stuff that's coming up, which I mentioned earlier. So thanks, guys. Have a great day.